Okay, you can call me crazy tonight because I guess on the heels of trading all day yesterday, doing a 2-hour webinar last night, getting up early this morning to trade Europe on the morning after trend day, trading the U.S. market all day long, working with the jellies all day, squeezing a couple of phone calls in, and even somehow managing to fit in the end of the Bills-Patriots game. What a crazy game last night. Jeez. I'm still going to do a blog post tonight. So it's going on at 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. I'll probably start doing more of these via videos. I want to keep the tradition going, certainly. Um, but it's easier for me to do this instead of typing. And by the way, if you're new to the blog, I encourage you. There is a section, the lower left-hand margin, that is entitled Key Blog Posts. Please, I think if you just read those posts, you probably get a pretty good idea of my fundamental beliefs about this business. Some strong beliefs in some cases, as well as a little bit more about who I am and what this is about. So I encourage you to do that. And some of those posts you'll actually see my being very critical of the educational industry, or educational side of the trading industry, which I have been very critical of. And this summer I decided to put my actions where my mouth was, to some extent, and try to do some things that I thought would hopefully improve on some of the ways that the traders were being taught out there. And again, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. I am a trader first and foremost. I always will be. For the moment, there seems to be a need, and a response to that need based on what we've done that has told me to do. Certainly the one more session. But again, I don't know how long that's going to last. In terms of my own trading, by the way, which I don't talk about a whole lot right now, because my main focus is on the team. It's actually going pretty well. It's been a good month. Got a nice roll of momentum built up again. We're seeing shades of 2008 in terms of consistent performance. My head is finally back into this. Really had a hard time, as hopefully most of you know by now, working through the burnout that I experienced or toward the end of May, and at the beginning of the summer, after the run, and now the energy's back. A little tired tonight, but I'm seeing things real well, reading things real well, and carving out consistent income. Roughly, I think it's 9 out of the last 10 days. It's looking real good, and momentum is a funny thing. When you look back at last year, you saw that momentum. I think performance momentum carried me through that whole year, and certainly into and through the first quarter of this year. Similarly, I think momentum can hurt you on the downside. If you're spinning your wheels, if you're incurring losses day after day, it has the exact opposite effect. One of the things we're trying to do with the jellies is create some momentum, create a foundational boost via a very intensive effort, so that people can feel that wind at their back, down the road after we're all done this. And so, I think momentum is such a powerful force in trading. It's a powerful force in life, and I'm seeing that. So again, things are on the upswing. I'm purposely not talking about specific performance at my end as much as I did last year. I'm reminded by a few people that I guess, at least I'm told, I'm one of the few, if not only, traders that has ever published his or her statistics the way I did last year. In terms of the day-by-day diary, first of all, with real numbers, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever, as well as the year-end statistics, which by the way, I'm fully aware that there have been some people around the internet that have taken those statistics and have distorted them and twisted them and have made all these incorrect generalizations out of them by taking the income for the year and dividing them by number of contracts, and saying that Don trades thousands of contracts at a time and he sits on the bid and ask all day long and that kind of thing. And that the retail trader or the small trader can't do what he does, and that is so much BS. It is sick. And I get 20 people that'll tell you the exact same thing, who have been trading with me every day. So that's just the way it is. Okay. So I'm not even going to enter into that debate. But I have some fun when people bring it to my attention, and it's kind of funny. But there's also a lot of debate out there in terms of whether traders can be taught. And I guess I have a rather unique perspective on this business in terms of having been a trader who became an educator, early in my career and became a columnist, and then decided to get back into trading full time, to finish that unwritten chapter and really push myself and prove and walk the talk basically. And now I'm at least for the time being getting back into education for a brief period. And I guess my thoughts on that is that I think it can be. I certainly believe that there are certain skill sets that help traders coming into this business. Whether it's having the attribute of a competitive person, someone who's always striving for excellence, someone that is willing to do what other people will not do or cannot do, and is willing to get up early. I was telling the team today that after the trend day, it should be automatic. Everybody should be getting up real early and trading the Globex session. And there's also a myth out there that you can't make money in the Globex session. Well, I'm sorry, folks. This is a world market, and you get a day after a trend day, you got to be up trading the Globex session. Okay. Otherwise, you're just burning money. You are literally, letting money slip through your hands. Okay. And one of the favorite days and of all the days is the day after trend day. Very high probability, and often you get the only good setups in that session, and not when the U.S. is flipping all over the place as it opens. Again, I think it takes certain people with certain skills, people who have been successful elsewhere in life. But I'm sure that there are people that don't have those skill sets. In fact, I think of a few professions, specifically accountants, computer programmers, engineers. I've worked with a lot of them over the years. I'm a former accountant from many, many years ago. Professions where exactness is not only important but critical. So I got something in my eye here. Engineers, think about it. If they make a mistake, lives are at stake, right? And so this is a business where we deal with uncertainties all the time. We deal with probabilities. Yes, we can carve out a market bias. Yes, we can get a pretty good handle on what the market rhythm is. And no, that's not just luck. Having 0 losing days in the month of January is not luck. Having 3 losing days in the first quarter is not luck. Making $2 million in a year and a quarter is not luck. Okay. And I say that not to say that look at what Don did. I say that to, again, challenge the people that believe that you can't do this, or you can only do this one way, and don't quite understand that way. There are 20 people that will tell you right now how to do this, and they will all nod their heads. And again, you have to be willing to do what it takes. It is doable. It is doable. I think it's teachable. But I also recognize that it is still a tiny minority who ever attempt this business that will ever succeed over the long haul. And to the extent that we can help provide some momentum and provide some foundation for those people, I think that's the right thing to do. I think it does take full immersion. I think it does take sitting at the market day after day, week after week, month after month, learning more about yourself. And working alongside a supportive and a team in a supportive environment. Will some people that are being taught not get it? Of course. What's a lot of people are asking me what's the percentage of success in the tank. It's hard to tell. As I said the other day, many light bulbs have gone on. Some people are doing very well. Most everybody has stopped any bleeding that they had, and everybody now understands how to do this. And then it's a matter of just applying oneself, and I think that's the case that's the case for all of us. That was the case for me this summer. How bad do you want this done? Do you want to make the sacrifices you made last year? Well, now I'm starting to make them again. I'm getting up early. I'm here every day at 5 o'clock. And I want to make some money. So just a couple of thoughts on a Tuesday night. Kind of rambling a little bit tonight, but that's what's on my mind. Don at DonMillerEducation.com. If you ever want to email me, they pile up, so I promise I'll get to them. I will call it a night for now. Enjoy. Have a great trading day tomorrow. See ya.